Hey everybody, Rachel K. Collier here. In today's video, I have teamed up with the legendary Roland to celebrate the release of the brand new Gaia 2 synthesizer. So the original Gaia was released in 2010, so 13 years later, we have got a serious upgrade on our hands. I've set up a little rig here. I've chosen some of my favorite patches from the Gaia synth. Lots of fun ones to play with. I've also got my push 3 here to do a little bit of drum work. And I've got some vocal effects mapped to my little MIDI controller here, Synology delay. I'm in love with this. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in now and do a little performance for you so you can see how the Gaia 2 sounds. Let's go. Love song unsung, who have we become? Can we survive? Where flowers and frost can bloom, we got lost, unsure if it's right. Saying goodbye, just like a paper boat on the sea. I watch you sail away from me into the sense of it. Thank you very much. So let's take a closer look at the Gaia 2. First up, for the preset enthusiasts, just like me, there are a ton of gorgeous presets within the Gaia 2 sound engine. There's also model expansion. We've got the SH101 already installed into the synth itself. Lovely. A couple that I selected for my performance were, of course, that really nice neo organ. Then I had my little ice chamber sound, followed by a really nice bass from the SH101. Then one of the main parts from that piece was the leafy fern. I love this one. I drew in a little sequence. Just going up and down. There's loads of cool settings that we can play with our sequencer. Mine's going forward and reverse. You can do your step length, scale. There's a randomize on it. And then my final sound for the performance, a nice rich pad, which I made with the 3 oscillators. So let's head over there now. Let's go a little bit more nerdy into this synth chat. So we've got 3 oscillators on our Gaia 2 synthesizer. Very exciting. We have got oscillator 1, which is a wavetable oscillator, oscillator 2 and 3 virtual analog. So we can do a really nice mix between these 3 oscillators to make some super rich, dirty, mean sounds. So let's jump now to our wavetable oscillator, oscillator 1, jump to our table of waveforms. I think we've got 63 to choose from. Let's go with this growl FM here. Let's choose the position. Let's pull that pitch down, make it nice and low. Jump to oscillator 2 now. Choose a nice shape. With the mixer, we can decide how much level of each oscillator we have. Let's make this nice and grimy. Oscillator 3 now. I'm going to jump to the P mod here, phase modulation. Turn this on and add a little bit more richness. S mod, let's join in as well. And of course, we've got the classic things to play with our filter, cutoff. And then we've got some very nice LFOs, which are very easily assignable. So let's do that right now. I'm going to hold assign. I'm going to flick anything I want to assign it to. I'm going to do my little cutoff. And here we go. Let's play with the depth a little bit. Choose that LFO shape and the rate here. If we dive straight to the Motional Pad, this is super cool. If we do our shift and assign, we can assign anything to this sound. So let's try and assign the release to our X and Y axis on our Motional Pad. So shift, assign X. Here we go. Little G, lots of release. Little G, no release. This is super cool. And why don't we assign the Y-axis to one of the 53 funky MFX that are built into the Gaia? So let's find a good one. Ooh! Humanizer, resonator. We've got a little slicer effect. You can play with the rate. So now let's assign my Y to the shuffle. Shift, Y. And let's put the depth so we get this full effect here to 63. Dun dun, dun 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 dun. Let's go full shuffle. Dun 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 dun. Kind of hard to sing along to that one. Very fun. And then what we can also do is actually record our movements within the sound. So we could just go record our movement. Here we go. And draw a lovely pattern. We could draw an R, R, K, C. And then we're going to turn it on and RKC is playing. Let's add a little bit of chorus to that. We've got 3 types here. I'm going to go for C. And we've also got, if we want to, some reverbs and delays over here. We've got a shimmer reverb, modulation reverb. Then we have got some very fun things down here in the left-hand corner. All we need to do is turn on our arpeggiator. We've got things to play with here. We've got the octave range. We can go random, up and down. We can go super fast with the scale here. We've got a hold too, so we can let that hold and be tweaking all sorts of stuff here. And then we've got a super fun chord button here. We've got a mono and a legato button. And then some other exciting things to note is the Roland Cloud Connect. I've got a little W1 wireless adapter here. And this, when it's plugged into the back of my Gaia, means I can jump onto the Roland app here, Roland Cloud Connect, and I can actually download patches and expansions directly from my phone into the synthesizer. So that's pretty cool. And then last but not least, on the back here, we of course have got MIDI, so we can be syncing up with other synthesizers, syncing up with Ableton Live, which is what I just did in my performance. Lovely little output and a phone's output, pedal input. So many cool things and ways you can experiment with the Gaia. So there we have it. That was my first performance and breakdown with the Gaia 2 synthesizer. I think I'm going to be spending a lot more time with this synth in the studio. Let me know what you think of the song. Should I delete it? Should I keep it? Should I release it? In other news, I've got an RKC mixtape dropping tomorrow. It's called Songs in the Key of Internet, and I've got a load of fresh samples from every track on that record going live on Bandcamp, so go and check that out. Also, if you're looking for a lovely friendly music community to join, some more content from me, behind the scenes stuff, samples, stems, Discord, that kind of thing, then head over to my Patreon right now. There's so much going on over there. And finally, thank you so much to my friends over at Roland for having me as part of the Gaia 2 synthesizer launch. This has been a lot of fun. I've really fallen in love with this synth. You'll be seeing it in quite a few new videos. I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.